Hello, beautiful souls. This is Elle with Sacred Union Spiritual Wellness. Are you ready? I'm going to pull a reading on this Equinox, March 19th, 2024, knowing that we have that partial lunar eclipse coming on the 25th. That's about a week from now, next Monday. And then we have the total solar eclipse over the United States on April 8th. This is huge, and I'm just saying things are going to start ramping up. Remember, I told you March was going to be a month of just kind of taking it easy. It's going to be slow paced. April, things are going to start to speed up. After next week, things are going to start to speed up. So buckle up. This is the I don't know. It feels like large karma. Large karma. Anyway, there was a couple of downloads I had I wanted to share. Number one, things are going to be coming back. Things that you may have tried to manifest in the past. We saw in the weekly forecast, there's going to be a masculine energy coming back with an apology, realizing that what they did was kind of shitty, and now they're going to, try and come back with a higher sense of, a higher version of themselves. They experienced some karma. Now, I fed the birds before this reading so that they would be quiet, and they are very talkative. I feel like there's so much going on in the energy. They're picking up on it when I start to do a reading. And then the other thing is, make sure what you are trying to manifest, or what you have tried to manifest in the past, if it comes back, make sure it's authentic. And I think I picked up on that reading in the reading yesterday. Make sure the intentions are pure and aligned, because there's going to be a lot of trickster energy going on around right now, and I don't know why. I don't know how it relates to the astrology, but it feels like there's a lot of deception in the energy. So please be careful. Caveat emptor. I learned that lesson today. And I was like, God, why didn't I even listen to myself in the reading? Because I know that if there's something that you've either always wanted, tried to manifest, or a relationship that ended is coming back, test for authenticity. Okay? This goes for your purchases. And just apply it to self as well. My guides are saying, make sure that you're coming from an authentic energy of your truth. This is not the time to use any manipulation energy. It's not the time, because there's something about this karma. What you plant in this equinox soil and in these eclipses, in whatever you plant is going to manifest, and it is going to come back to you. So please be intentional with your energy. And that is my biggest message. Be intentional with your energy. All right, let's get started on this reading. Rumi deck, as always. Rumi Profound. I think Twin Flame Ascension. We'll see where the energies are. And then for the Divine Feminine, the Shadowscapes Tarot. Remember, I do not read reversals with that. And for the Masculine Energy, Light Seers, I have some decks on deck in the case that I need to utilize them to bring in more messages. My guides will let me know. So let's start off, as always, with Rumi. See what's in the energy for Twin Flames. Remember, be aligned with your intentions from here to at least the other side of the eclipse, probably April 10th. Make sure you are really focused on your intentions. You are planting seeds. This is the equinox. This is the time that we plant. If you want to harvest what you reap or what you sow, make sure that you are intentionally aligned with the light, with the good. Not the time for manipulation, no matter how small. And they're making that a significant point. No matter how small, whatever you reap will be manifested or magnified. It's like they're showing me 40 times 40. So even if it's small and insignificant, like you tell that little white lie, you don't want that coming back to you. You don't want a lie magnified 40 times coming back to you. So just speak your truth delicately and deliberately with diplomacy, the 3 Ds, delicate, deliberate, and diplomatic, but keep it aligned. I just feel like it is just not the time to do something that you feel is malicious in any way, or you might have an intention, and when you look at the intention, why am I about to do this? If it feels like it's not in alignment, straighten it up. Blessings of Zara. 39. Let go of thought. Don't take it into your heart. You are naked and thought is like ice. You are thought to seek release. You use thought to seek release from suffering and pain, while thought is the cause of your suffering and pain. In the realm of creation is outside the scope of thought. O foolish one, see the opus and behold the beauty. Look in the direction from which the images flow. See the brook that causes the wheels to turn. This is kind of be out of your mind energy and be manifesting in the present. Don't allow your thoughts to persuade you in a different direction. If you have been unwell or struggling to let go of an issue, this oracle is as potent of imminent healing back to good health and of release of the issue into resolution and divine radiance. It is only a matter of timing, and that timing is imminent. So this feels to me like before we plant the seeds into fertile ground, we have to, it's almost like we have to amend it. There has to be amends made. So there's going to be people coming back. That's what came up in yesterday's reading with the loving man with the flowers. There's going to be some amends made, and I feel like it's going to be on the masculine energy. And it could be your divine masculine, it could be a family member, it could be a co-worker, but it feels like the divine feminine is in the vibration now and receptive to the amends. So we're amending the soil. That is very significant. Keep that in mind, please. And remember, you don't want to toxify the soil with any kind of manipulation energy. Keep the compost clean. Oh, I love it. That's good. My guides have a sense of humor. I don't think they could tolerate me without one. This is the Twin Flame Ascension. I'll pull a card for the Divine Masculine and for the Divine Feminine energies. We'll see where they are. Okay, well, we got 3. All of the same color, which is interesting because I use this card all the time, or this deck all the time. This is surrender, spiritual awakening, and breakthroughs. So there is somebody, whether it is you or the divine, your divine counterpart. Remember, these energies can kind of flip-flop because we each have divine feminine, divine masculine energies. These came out together and they're all the same color of the same suite. So that's significant, especially as many times as I use this deck. I haven't cleaned it in a while, and I shuffle all the time. So this is an intentional message. It is about dark night of the soul, shift or be shifted, and processing karmic debris. Feels like somebody's fast tracking their ascension. So somebody's going through the dark night of the soul. That's that karma that they're reaping. Remember, their karmic lesson learned. So they went through the dark night of the soul, they're shifting, and then they're like processing, oh my gosh, that's the karma. that I generated. Remember, the whole message here is you are going to reap what you sow, and that what you reap will be amplified. So make sure that what you sow is genuine, authentic, and intentionally aligned with your highest and greatest good, as well as that of others. Not the time to fool around. All right, so that's for one of the counterparts. Let's see for the other. Reconciling differences. Reunion. Hello. The Rumi card is Divine Feminine card, and this is about something healing. And then we have Reunion. Reconciling differences. All right. I think this is Divine Feminine. Let's pull. This card stayed on the table when I picked up the deck. So, yes, I've already pre-shuffled multiple times, but I like to pre-shuffle for you. Let's see. Let's pull for the Divine Feminine first. Well, the card that stayed on the table was the Lover's card. Remember, yesterday that card came out as well. So these two messages are linked, which often happens when I do back-to-back readings, you know, like within 24 hours of each other. Usually I'm still picking up on the energy, so it's an extension of yesterday's reading. So we have the Lover's card. That's Gemini energy. That's Mercury. I think Mercury just started retrograde. Therefore, things coming back. That makes perfect sense. Let's see. This could also be about duality. And if you see this card with the yin and yang, they're squirrels. Polarity. We definitely need to be in the energy of unity. You don't want to be in duality. So particularly if you're a twin flame, duality is the thing that keeps you separated. It's the term that we normally use we use the term separation when we're really referring to duality, where we feel polarized. And, you know, divine feminine energy, divine masculine energy, coming into union in self, unifying those two energies and being able to utilize them in being in receptive, but then being able to take inspired action, you know, being somebody who is loving and nurturing, but also setting strong boundaries. So in order to be the best version of yourself, you need to be able to operate from both energies, and you just kind of switch them according to what are the energetic requirements at the time. But with this energy here, it feels like this is the planting of seeds of the higher version. It's the two counterparts have become higher versions of themselves, and now this time the interaction will be different because of the different frequency they're both vibrating at right now because of their higher version of self. We have the King of Pentacles here. This could be an earth sign, could be dealing with a Gemini, air sign. But this king to me is a masculine energy. They have a significant, they have created some abundance. They feel a little bit more stable in their energy right now. They're very grounded, but they are mastering the energy. Now that could be you, that could be your counterpart. But then here, right smack in the middle, we have the Five of Wands. The Five of Wands is kind of like conflict. So what I feel like is that there's been some sort of conflict with a masculine or a counterpart. And now it's time for that to heal. It's time for that. But it feels like it's coming to the Divine Feminine. Because see how she's in receptive mode here? I feel like this is just coming at you. Like out of the blue. Somebody either texts you, calls you, shows up on the doorstep, meets you in the grocery store. They see your car and they're like, you know, I'm going to go in and I'm going to just apologize. It's because they've experienced the karma and now they've learned the lesson. They see the situation differently. They've evolved. All right, let's pull for the masculine. So the only major arcana that we have right now is the Lover's card. Let's see. But we have, this is basically the twin flame journey, dark night of the soul, surrendering. Because of that duality, it creates a physical separation. Shift or be shifted. It was like, you know, universe isn't playing with you anymore. It's time. And so they had to shift into a higher frequency. And now because of that, they see the karma. Yeah, see, there's that Nine of Swords. This has been bothering them. This whole situation, whatever happened, whoever this is in your life. Oh, I need this to go on this side. Nope, this side. Okay. 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 Whoever this is in your life, it could, like I said, it's a masculine energy, and it's somebody who hasn't necessarily been doing things the right way. They possibly manipulated you. They possibly there was some deception, whether it was a huge intentional deception or if it was something small. Remember, things are being magnified, intensified. So they're really feeling the pressure of this. It's almost like it's just kind of eating them on the inside. We've got that Nine of Swords. You know, that is like to the point where they're like, God, I was such a shitty person. You know, I'm not that person anymore. Good, bravo. But they had to go through the dark night of the soul because they did all of this out of ego. So if you're dealing with a divine counterpart that just kind of, you felt like used you, manipulated you, ghosted you, and then, you know, just maybe even gossiped about you or tried to ruin your reputation, you know, went off flaunting somebody else in front of you just to get that little dig in. I feel like they're looking back on that because it's probably happened to them now. And they're like, now that I see the way I treated my divine counterpart, I feel really shitty about myself and I feel compelled to do something. There's a compelling energy here, like, I gotta resolve this so I can make amends. They're amending the soil. So they're waiting for the right time. Remember, we said that was about divine timing. That Rumi said, it's about divine timing. Don't worry about it. Don't think about it. Don't get into the thoughts and play out the conversation. That's just going to sabotage you. It's just, you're going to set an expectation. This is not for you to set an expectation of they're going to come back. And if they don't bring you flowers, it's not good enough. And if they, you know, didn't, you know, write a big long love letter or bring you a gift, or, you know, if they didn't apologize the way you wanted it, then it's not valid. So, well, let's just be receptive and not in that energy of setting an expectation about what this is going to look like or sound like, or, you know, how this is going to play out. Because then you can simply derail, allow it to unfold naturally. Okay, this card, the Fool. That is a card of surrender. It's like, you know what? I'm going to trust the universe. I'm just going to take this leap of faith. I'm going to trust that this is going to work out well because this is what I feel like I need to do. This is a new, fresh start, but it's also, there's a lot of courage needed to do this because Divine Feminine, you're kind of beautiful and intimidating in some way, and they are feeling a little, you know, due to their past behavior, not necessarily they're considered that you see them in a positive way. So this is going to take some definite courage to face this past mistake, this past situation with an apology. So with the Fool card and the Lover's card, this could be a new beginning. It could be a new cycle. It could be a new activation. There's a new energy of the healing with this card, Rumi. Whatever the situation is, whoever it is with, it is going to heal and take a huge weight off of you. The Fool card is light. It's just light. It's like you feel unburdened. Bottom of the deck, Eight of Swords. You do not have to feel a sense of obligation. Accepting the apology from your true self, authentically and compassionately, is important. But it does not mean you have to put yourself back in the situation. Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands is inspired action. It's like I'm acting from my soul self. I'm in alignment and I'm choosing my actions based upon my authenticity and what I feel is the right energy. Energy is everything. So as you make a decision, if the energy feels off, step back. I wish I had done that today. Step back and say, don't get overly optimistic and take a leap of faith without confirming with yourself that this is right for me. Don't jump off the deep end. You know, that's what the Fool does. They jump off the deep end. But don't do it if it doesn't feel right. It takes courage to do it, but if it's, you can jump off the wrong deep end. So I feel like that's the cautionary tale here, is if it just doesn't feel right, if it's too good to be true, look before you leap. I feel like that's the message. So I'm going to leave it there for you. I hope this helps. Thank you, everybody, for leaving comments and liking these videos. I do appreciate it. If you would consider subscribing to my channel, I would greatly appreciate that. And thank you for being here with me today. All right, Twin Flames, I'm wishing you the best. Let me know how this plays out for you, and I'll let you know how it plays out for me. All right, I'll see you next time. Namaste.